Following our first lecture, we're going to now talk about the five evils according to Huang Di Nei Jing and Dr. Hai-Xia. In the five evils, we have to talk about with the five element theories. So we all know that wood feeds a fire, or the wood is a mother of the fire, generates a fire, and the fire make ash, which is earth, and earth then generates metal. You have to see the metal and minerals within the ground. And then metal generates water. So if we heat up metal and we cool it down, we have water droplets on top. So the ancient thinks metal creates water, and water again feeds the wood, and this positive cycle keeps going on. That's how keep a person healthy. Okay, so here let's say if the fire itself, the heart itself is sick, then we call it the true evil causing. Okay, however, if the heart is not feeling good due to the liver causing, so when the mother is not strong enough to give enough to the fire, not enough wood to feed the fire, so if the liver is sick, it could cause you to have heart issues. So here we call it the deficient evil causing. However, if the heart is not healthy because the spleen or stomach is too strong, we call it the excess evil causing. In this case, the son is too strong versus mother, so son is actually attacking the mother. So everything is about a balance, right? So if the heart is sick, itself is sick, it could be true evil causing. If it's due to the liver, it's not enough, it's deficient, mother is deficient, so deficient evil causing. If son is too strong and attacking the mother, then we call it excess evil causing. And there's another thing that could cause heart to be sick, basically, is the metal is hurting the fire. So basically, in the controlling theory, we basically skip an element. Let's say the wood control the earth control water, water control fire, fire control the metal, and metal control the wood. So all this controlling cycle is actually good. It keeps everything in check. It's like check and balance. So we think about this as grandparents and this as a grandchild. So instead that parents will be the disciplinary to the grandchild, in ancient times, basically grandparents will keep the grandchild in check. So here, let's say the fire, the grandparents is trying to in check with the metal, the grandchild, but grandchild, if the metal is too strong, so it basically insult the grandparents. So the metal can insult the grandparents. And since it's not very strong, this insulting relationship is not will not cause too much damage. We call it the mild evil. So however, there is a stronger evil, we call it thief evil. So basically the wood's supposed to keep fire in check. The water's supposed to keep fire in check, right? So this is grandparent versus grandson, right? So the water, its job is to keep the fire in check. However, if the water is too weak, then we'll have problem with too much fire. So this could cause a lot of issues. This is so causing a serious condition here. So the five evil here is a true evil, right? And the deficient evil, the excess evil when the son is too strong, and the mild evil when the grandchild is too strong to insult the grandparent, and the thief evil. So this is pretty serious when the control element is sick. So like here, if its kidney is sick, and we know if kidney is not feel well, it could cause the heart issues. So in TCM, we know that to treat the excess condition, we reduce the sun. Let's say if the fire is in excess, the heart fire is too strong, we will reduce the sun, reduce the earth element. So in this case, it's excess evil, so we would reduce the sun. So in this case, when this is in reduction, then there's a vacuum existing. So the fire would feed, the mother would feed the son. Therefore, we can reduce the amount of fire here. Okay, and there's also if it's a deficiency, we will fortify the mother. Here, if the heart is weak, then we will fortify the liver energy. So the liver, the mother would feed the fire. Okay, there's two other cases which are not typically used and which are explained by Dr. Hai-Xia. One is son can cause mother to have excess. The other is mother can make son deficient. So for example, if we have a liver disease right here, if there's cirrhosis or the liver have tumor, it's an excess condition. Then our intention would be to reduce this excess condition to achieve balance. So how do we do that? So in this case, very interestingly, we would fortify the mother, we would fortify the kidney element. So if you think about it, so the liver, the wood element is in extreme excess. So you have, so it's not receiving, it does not want to receive any water from the mother element because it's full, right? So what you do is you tonify the mother element, the kidney. So in this case, the tonified mother element cannot go here. However, it will go here to put out the fire. Okay, so this will go control the grandchild to put out the fire. So the fire now gets weak, right? So the fire weak, it automatically asks the mother, the wood, to give the fire the more energy, to give more wood. In this case, the water, the kidney is creating the vacuum in the fire element by putting out more fire. And then the liver element will decrease or reduce its excess condition by feeding the sun the fire. So this method is not known by many practitioners, and now you know. So also, if the liver is diseased, it's also correct to fortify the earth. So the reason being, if we fortify the earth, right? So let's say if the liver is already diseased, so we want to engage it to go to this positive cycle, but it also have a separate energy to try to control the grandchild. So if we increase or make the grandchild even stronger, right? So the grandchild is strong versus the grandparents. So it goes here to block it. So the grandparents, the only way can go is to feed the fire. So it will fortify the fire. So this is a treatment method that Dr. Ni uses a lot. So now we go forward. So the teacher Chibo continues, to avoid wind evil and to keep joyful, happy emotion state and be moderate in your desires and have no fear is the essence of keeping healthy. So wind, ancient Chinese think wind is a major external factor that can cause disease and should be avoided. For instance, you can catch a cold easily when the weather changes and your upper body, neck, throat area are exposed to the element. Your pores are wide open during sleep, so you may get sick easier if your body is exposed to wind. So they call the wind the element that can cause most evil. So the wind element is also here related to the east. Okay, so you have to have a happy disposition and be satisfied in what you have and have less unrequited desires. So we all know that anger hurts the liver. So let's say if you're angry, you have all these bad tempers and it hurts the liver. And then when you're angry, you also go drink alcohol. Then the liver disease further damages liver and cause more anger. Then you drink more, it becomes a vicious cycle. So the ancient text said, people drink and then have sex, and then, it hurts the liver, and then you go out drink more. So in the same case, the fear hurts the kidney. The thought of fear hurts the kidney. If someone is always in fear, so only earth can control. See the control cycle here? Earth control the kidney. So brooding or thinking, the brooding emotion can control the fear. For instance, if the elderly person, let's say their mate passed away, so instead of being fearful that he or she will be the next in line, or fear, because the mate just passed away, if he or she really misses a person, then she will not have too much fear. So missing and thinking, which is earth element, will control the fear. So the same as here, if you have a lot of anger, then you use meadow to control. Meadow is the sadness, right? So if you're too angry, watch a sad movie, so that will calm down your anger. So you can use the five element of control thing just like that, So it's all like that. And also labor and exercise can help health. And the other thing is, do not compare yourself to others. Huang Di Nei Jing said, just be happy with what you have, what you eat, and everything, and have compassion, live a simple life with simple things. So in conclusion, have less fear, less desire, have more physical work and exercise, eat well, sleep well, live according to the way the natures are, then you can live into your hundreds as a person usually should. So in Huang Di Nei Jing, Dr. Ni said they also promote walking instead of running. Walking is the best exercise, and we can walk in leisure. And remember, too much of anything is not balancing and could hurt our body. So many athletes, they end up hurting their joints with too much of a good thing, right? So this on the next one lecture, I will go over more of the second part of the lesson 1 of Su Wen.